Well, hello, hello, my gorgeous Aquarians. How are you, my gorgeous ones? So, looks like it's going to be a harsh month for you, but it's going to be a beautiful month. So, we have breakthroughs of why you're holding yourself back, these self defeating patterns, understanding that the universe is not against you. So, let's go over the highlights of what's going to go on in April. We have this beautiful new moon in Aries coming up. We have a powerful, powerful, intense full moon in Scorpio. And this has to do with your 10th house. This has to do with you going deep. A lot of you Aquas feel like you're going deep, but you're not. You're going deep in your head, but I need you to go deep in your heart. I need you to connect to that emotion. I need you to break through, because that's what this month is about for you. Mercury's going to go direct. We have Saturn going retrograde. We have Pluto going retrograde. We have Chiron leaving Pisces and entering Aries, which is going to be leaving your second house and entering your third house, right? And then we have Venus entering Gemini, which is a good spot to be in for you. Right now we have Venus in Taurus, and so that has to do with your material gains, the things that you're really focused on, wanting the luxury around you, understanding what that is for you, because your third house, sorry, is activated. Your third house is really activated. Your 12th house is activated. And this has to do with your 10th house, which is your life purpose, your career, your status in life, what you came to show to the world. And that's why Scorpio, Jupiter's in there, and Scorpio is wanting you to go deep, deep. You see the moon there? Scorpio's in there, and Jupiter's in there, and it's going to give you blessings, but you have to go deep. You have to get out of your head and into your heart. And I feel like I've been meditating on you guys. I've been thinking about you for the last 2 weeks, and this has to do with you reconnecting to the emotion. What I'm hearing really big is that, and this is not for everybody, but if you understand this, then it's for you. This has to do with some guilt feelings that you have, with some not letting go of some things. And the guilt has to do with you. I'm talking about the deep guilt, not the guilt that, somebody knew you did them wrong, or other people knew you did something wrong. I'm talking about you thinking you did something wrong. That's the guilt I'm talking about. It's the guilt, it's the deep, deep stuff that nobody knows about. That's what this is trying to clear. And this has to do with your 10th house, your 12th house, and your third house. Your 12th house is the connection to the universe, the connection to source, oneness, to your higher self, to other dimensions, to the universe, to past lives, to future lives. That's what this connection is. You have Saturn, you have Mars, and you have Pluto. So there's going to be transformation going on. If something was meant to be on your path, if you were meant to progress humanity forward, then this is going to come through in here. But you have to understand and go deep in your 10th house. You have to really understand why you came, what you came for, what you want to do, right? And then your third house has to do with the way you communicate it to the world, the way you're communicating to the people around you, okay? So, like I said, that's what's activated. You have the third house activated, you have the 12th house activated, and you have the 10th house activated, okay? You're still dealing with your north node, the north node here, and your second house. It's had Chiron in there, so you've been really, really dealing with, how come I've been trying to get these material things and they're not coming through? And using Pisces in there. Pisces knows how to manifest, like knows how to go into the field like you do, right? And so for a while, you've been going in there trying to manifest and it's not coming through. That's Chiron. But Chiron, if you've been working at it, if you've been understanding it, if you've been letting go, if you've been digging deep, Chiron is going to bless you. It's already at the 29th degree. For me, when it's like the 23rd, 24th degree to the 30th degree, that's when you see the manifestations of the growth that you've done with that particular planet, asteroid, star, or comet, whatever it is, right? And you have Neptune in there. Neptune wants to do things out of the box, innovative, right? And Neptune doesn't know boundaries. So you've had Neptune and Pisces activated in this house, and you have been able to form those material things or manifest those material things, that should tell you something about the growth that you're doing in here, because you usually can manifest, right? But that big thing that you're seeing, you haven't been able to manifest because it's had Chiron in there. So I won't go too much into that. So on the second, this is already, well, this is the second today actually. So on the second, or it's the third, but on the second, we just had Saturn and Mars conjunct in your 12th house. So Saturn and Mars are talking to each other. The 12th house wants to, it's that house that you can feel and you're trying to grasp and you're trying to understand, but it's not coming through, right? So your dreams could be very vivid, understanding what your placement in this world is, understanding the next steps to take. Synchronicities could be about, right? You could be noticing things. You could be noticing people, the way they're speaking, or numbers, or any type of synchronicity. You could be, what you're trying to do in this house is you're trying to understand what's holding you back. What's not making those things manifest, right? What's holding you back? But also, this also because it's your house of past lives and future lives. If it's your time and you're ready, you could have a soulmate coming in this month, right? So because of this area here being activated, because your third house is activated, the third house is usually ruled by Gemini, but it has Aries. So Aries is that planet of, that sign that's gusto. Aries wants to start new things. Aries has a lot of energy. Aries is that spark. So you could be, have all this anxious energy, right? And so what I need you Aquas to do, gorgeous ones, is I need you to go work out. I need you to go for your walks. I need you to go really, really keep that energy focused and stay out of your head so much, because you're too much in your head and you're not doing enough action, right? So in order to have the energy flow, I need you to be working out every day, or I need you to be doing some sort of exercise, but I also need you to be meditating. And meditating could be like when you work out. Meditating could be reading a book. Meditating could be listening to music. I just need you to have that time where you really work your body, and then I need you to have that time where you're really quiet and re-energize yourself. And that's going to be the key this month for you, to be able to balance that energy so that the clarity can come through, so that you know what actions to take, so that you know where you're going. Okay? So when you're meditating, I want you to meditate and to understand this is understanding and moving through. What I want you to meditate when you're meditating is I want you to be asking yourself, I know no one's holding me back but me. So what is it that's holding me back? Why am I holding myself back? What is that? Why am I holding myself back from relationships? Why am I holding myself back from abundance? Why am I holding myself back from life? Why am I not engaging? What is going on? That's what I need you to be asking yourself, Aqua. Okay, so that started on the 2nd. It's going to be going on. We have on the 7th, we have Saturn. So there's Saturn. We have Saturn trining Venus. So there's Venus. So on the 7th, we're going to have Saturn trining Venus. You guys know what trine means to me. Trine means opportunity. So on this day, you could meet somebody. You could meet a life partner. You could meet a business partner. You could meet a new family member. Like, you could meet somebody, because this is Venus and Saturn. Saturn is that thing that you've been working on. Venus is that planet of love that wants to bring you those things as well. But Saturn's only going to bring it to you if you've been working on it. And you have. Okay, so this is more of a relaxed energy for you guys. So be aware of that day. On the 14th, we have Jupiter right over here, and we have Pluto, and they've been sextiling. So sextiling to me means opportunity, 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 and this is opportunity in your 10th house. So opportunity to expand. There's like transformation that's going to be going on in this 10th house, in your life purpose, in your career. What did I come here to do? What's my reputation? So there's going to be opportunity for you for whatever you're doing in your career, whatever you're doing in your life purpose, whatever you're trying to get stable in, that Pluto wants to transform you, and Jupiter, working in this house, wants to give you gifts, wants to expand you, wants to expand this house. So Jupiter wants to expand your career. Jupiter wants to expand your life. Jupiter wants to expand your status and your reputation. You have to go deep. Scorpio wants you to go deep to be able to do this. And that means, that's just what I was talking about. I feel a lot of you are doing the steps in your head, like you listen to me, you're listening to everybody on YouTube or your gurus or your teachers or whatever, and you're doing the steps mentally, but you're not doing the steps in your heart. And I need you to do the steps in your heart. That's where you're going to have the breakthrough. Okay? I need you to reconnect your emotions from the past, from the present, from what you see in the future. I need you to reconnect. Okay? Because that's going to be your breakthrough. And again, I need you to be working out all month, and I need you to be meditating. All right, so on the 15th, Mercury goes direct. All the redoing, amending, all the endings, all of that should be about finished by the 15th, especially with Aquarius, because you guys work fast. So you'll feel that thrust of energy going forward. These things that have been held back or delayed, they should be going forward on the 15th. Now, the 17th and the 18th, we have something really good. We have the new moon in Aries. So with Mercury going direct, right? With Mercury going direct, and then you're having this full moon, this new moon about what we're wanting to manifest, about what we want our reality to be. When it goes Mercury going direct, all those delays and everything are gonna thrust forward. Like it's not gonna be delayed, and your third house is activated. Aries is activated, so there's going to be a lot coming through here. This is connected to your 10th house, which means the way that you communicate to the world, your siblings, this house, this third house, has to do with the media, entertainment, writing, the way that you communicate or what you want to communicate to the world. That's what this house is activated in. And so whatever you're trying to do from your 10th house, it's going to help you. Aries is going to help you start. Aries is going to help you go forward. Jupiter is going to bless you, right? So the new moon in Aries, the sun and the moon will be conjunct in Uranus. So the sun and the moon, because it'll be a new moon, so they'll be conjunct to Uranus. Uranus is in this house. This is what I'm talking about in your third house. So Uranus likes to shock and awe. Uranus likes to do things out of the box. So on this date, 17th and 18th, you could have surprising manifestations. If you're going deep and you connect, you could have these things come through that you had been working on so hard. Remember, Saturn's up here, Mars is up here, Pluto's up here. They're transforming, they're bringing in gifts. But you have to go deep. You have to go deep. And this has to do with your life purpose. This is, to me, this month for you guys is about putting your money where your mouth is. Right? This is what this is about. Like these things that you said you wanted, these things that you've been trying to work on, these things that you're not going to step away from, these relationships you want, this way that you want your life. This is the time that you're going to have to take action. Like not just talking about it and not just kind of doing it, but actually doing it. That's what this month is about for you. Okay? So you got to stay positive. It's important for you to be positive from the 15th to the 18th. Stay positive. Now, on the 17th also, Saturn goes retrograde. It will be retrograde till September 6th. And then Chiron enters Aries. And this is for 7.5 years. So Chiron's going to enter Aries, which is going to be in your third house. So it's going to be about really, really looking at, why don't I communicate the way that I communicate? Why don't I communicate the way that I want to communicate? Why haven't I done these things? What is that? And that's what Chiron's going to do. Remember, he's that wounded healer. It's that thing that you, and I'm talking deep, it's that thing that you are not wanting to see. You're going to have to see it to be able to move forward. Okay? So Uranus is exact on the 18th with the sun. So the sun is going to be exact with Uranus. That means shock and awe in your third house. That means something comes through. I feel like the 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th, so seven, yeah, 16 probably, 17, 18 are definitely days where you're going to have some surprising manifestations come through. All right, so on the 19th, the sun enters Taurus. Taurus is all about stability and having the luxury around you, having the valuable things around you, the things that you value that value you, right? Having those things that you've worked for. That's Taurus. And with the sun entering Taurus in your fourth house, see right here where it's going to enter in your fourth house. So entering in your fourth house, this is going to bring clarity to what you value. This is going to bring clarity to you valuing yourself. Understanding that your home is where your heart is, and that in itself is valuable. Understanding that no matter where you are in what situation, whether you're in one place of the world, whether you're in a home, whether you're in an apartment, whether it's going to help you give clarity to understanding your values, so that when you understand your value, Aquarian, that's when you can have the stability to have the valuable things around you that you want. That's what you're lacking. That's what some of you are lacking, not everybody. So on the 22nd, Saturn is conjunct Pluto. So Saturn and Pluto are going to be talking. Like, this is major for Capricorns. This is major for everybody when this happens on the 22nd. So Saturn is going to be conjunct Pluto. This is when they're going to be talking to each other. So this is transformation. You see things that come from your past life, things that are on your path from your future life, things that are supposed to be happening in your life, whether you believe it or not. That's coming through the 12th house. So these things that you had been working on and weren't very clear and weren't coming through, all of that's going to start manifesting. It's not going to do it all in the one day, but it's going to start from that point, because that's when Saturn starts speaking to Pluto. And Pluto wants to transform, and Saturn wants you to be responsible, right? And so these things you could have been working on, there could be some sort of breakthrough, but whatever it is, it's in the physical. It's not in the ethereal realm. It's not you thinking about it. It's actual physical stuff that's going to come through, okay? So congratulations. I need you to stay positive. I want you to stay really positive and understand that those breakthroughs are coming if you're going deep. You got to go deep. You got to connect to that emotion. On the 24th, Venus enters Gemini, and this is going to be happening in your fifth house. The fifth house is the house of love affairs and creativity, right? So, in your fifth house, I would like for you guys to remember this date, because I need you to go play. I need you to go have some fun. I need you to play. I need you to smile. I need you to laugh. I need you to get into that energy. You're going to feel like it because Venus is entering that fifth house. So all of a sudden, maybe people are going to be, you're actually going to be attracted to some people. You're actually going to have a good time. So if you begin and you notice that you're having a good day, go do something. Splurge a little bit. Allow yourself some fun. Allow Venus and Gemini to do their thing in your love affair house, in your creativity. If you get inspiration to write or inspiration to do any of your entertainment, do that. Like, have some fun on this day, okay? So on the 26th, Mars conjuncts Pluto. So Mars is that force. Mars is going to conjunct Pluto in your 12th house, right? So Mars is going to bring force to Saturn and Pluto speaking to each other, okay? So Mars is that energy. A lot of you like to understand about the manifestation and having that force, and some of you, I've heard you tell this to me, where you're like, well, it's too much energy and I don't have the energy for it. Well, that's Mars is going to give you the energy for those things that are on your path to come through. So you could have manifestations on this day. So, and this is going to be, in your 12th house. So, Mars conjuncting Pluto, this is going to be decision time too. This is going to be saying, this is what I want, this is what I really want, this is what I've been working for, this is what I'm not going to back off of, right? So this is decision time for you. Do I stay? Do I go? Do I let go? Do I go full force? That's what this day is about for you. Now, the 29th is a big day for you guys. The 29th, the sun is trining Saturn. This is in your 11th house of gains. So, the sun is trining Saturn. Sorry, it's not in your 11th house. So the sun is trining Saturn in your 12th house. So this is about clarity and opportunity. So what had been hidden, what wasn't working, what you couldn't do, that could be clearing up for you. There could be some opportunity coming in. On that same day, we have a full moon in Scorpio, which it's conjunct Saturn. I mean, not conjunct, sorry. Which is sextiling Saturn. Sorry, I can't think of the word. So the full moon is sextiling Saturn in your 10th house. So opportunities, completions, things could be really resolving by the end of the month for you guys. That same day we have Jupiter conjunct the full moon. This is in your 9th house. This is about completion. This is about understanding. This is about a different belief, having a bigger belief and a bigger understanding, making the unknown known. So all of that is going to be happening on the 29th. So it's a big day for you. You have Neptune also trining the full moon. So this is like all those barriers are going to be put down. All those things that you've been trying to bring through, they're going to be slowly coming through. Some of you may have some big things coming through. So the full moon, on the full moon, I want you to ask yourself, what is your deepest desire? What is your deepest desire? Not what you think people want to hear, not what you think you should do because you're spiritual, not what you think you should do because you're aligned. I want you to be asking yourself, what is my deepest desire? What do I really desire? What do I really want? Right? That's what you want to be asking yourself on this full moon. Okay? Because it's that you're going to be manifesting. Now, on the 30th, we have Neptune sextiling the sun, which is going to be dissolving issues, seeing clarity, right? It's going to be dissolving your insecurities, seeing that you're not like everyone else. You'll never be like everyone else. You didn't come here to be like everyone else. You came here to do it differently. Like you came here to do things differently. That's why you're an Aqua. You came here to do things in a way that normal society doesn't do them. But you came here to do it so that you could help others, because you are humanitarians, so that you could help others see that they can do it differently, to help the abnormal become normal in society, right? That's what you came here to do. But every Aqua is different, so what is that for you? That's what you need to be asking yourself. That's where you need to be moving, right? All right. So, yep, that's the 30 days. So next I did a little tarot spread for you guys. Give me just a second and I'll make that bigger. Oops, sorry. All right, so Aquas. So this is a little different spread. What I did for this month is this is your position now. This is your challenge. Isn't that funny? So this is your position now. This is your challenge and Spirit's advice. This is the fated stuff that's coming in. And this is the outcome, okay? So look at this, Aqua. This is your first position. This is the position you're in the month of April. You have the 9 of Swords. Again, too much in your head, getting overwhelmed, thinking too much, wondering why the universe is against you, why you can't do it, what's going on, why haven't I been able to do what I said or what I usually can do, why can't I let go, why, and you're doing too much stuff in your head. You need to connect to your heart. So remember, when you get this card, the 9 of Swords, this is about you slowing down the thinking, and taking action. But do it one at a time. Instead of thinking of all the things that you didn't get or hasn't come or why it didn't, begin to just do one thing at a time. Take an action, because that will help relieve some of this stress. Okay? That's why I need you to work out this month. It's really important. Now, what's your challenge? Well, the Emperor is your challenge. Look at that. So the Emperor is about, that's what you're trying to create. That's the dynasty. You're trying to create that community. You're trying to create that life that you see. You're trying to create those realities that you see in the Matrix or in the field or whatever you want to call it, right? For some of you, that's this person. This is this person that you dreamt of, that you feel, that you kind of feel that they're around, that you haven't let come in yet, right? This is your challenge. Your challenge is, if I really want this, then I need to stick to it. That's your challenge. That's Spirit's advice. That you have to understand also, the Emperor doesn't work alone. He can, but he doesn't. His lesson is that he understands that everybody has their place. Everybody has to contribute to make a dynasty. Everyone. And so if you're trying to build a dynasty, you can't do it alone. You need to allow people to help you. You need to soften that pride. You need to come from a place of, from your heart. You need to understand that you're going to fail sometimes. Like, there's a lot that goes with this Emperor. And so this is your challenge this month. But again, before I even pulled these cards, what they're telling me is that you need to connect to your heart. You need to connect back to your emotions. Okay? And so you can do that video that I did with the heart chakra. Do that every day for for a couple weeks. All right, so your faded stuff, you have the Palace of Coins. This is a state of mind. The faded stuff is right around the corner. The stuff that you want, the reality you see, the stuff that hasn't come in, it's right around the corner for you. But you have to make a decision. You have to decide, this is really what I want. You can't be doing this back and forth thing. Like, yeah, I kind of want it, but do I have enough energy to do it? Yeah, I kind of want it, but, I feel so bad because back in the day I did such and such to so-and-so. I really want this stuff, but am I worth it? I really want this stuff, but can I do it? I really want this stuff, but I really want this relationship, but will I mess it up? I really want, that's what I'm hearing. I need you to step into it, because your blessing is right around the corner. And you are the only one holding yourself back. Spirit's not holding you back. Your higher self's not holding you back. You are holding you back. Okay? So, the outcome is the Eight of Cups. So this is with a heavy heart. See all of this down here? These are cups that are empty. This is like cups that aren't fulfilled anymore. That this is a place, these are experiences that aren't fulfilling anymore. And by the end, the outcome is that you're finally walking away and moving towards the light. You're moving towards the moon. You're moving towards your manifestations. You're understanding what you want to release and what you want to move forward with. You're leaving all the empty cups and you're taking you so that you can go to the cups that are full. That makes sense? All right, my gorgeous aquas. I love you, love you, love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful month. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you soon. Bye.